Hi guys!
Hey everybody.
It's Colby and Mrs. Tuma, and we talked to you yesterday about doing a science experiment, so here we go. Today we're going to do the science experiment called elephant toothpaste. Some of you have done this before. Colby picked it out and he wants to see it done, so we're going to do it on film. First of all, it's important you wear your protective eye gear, so everybody put yours on. Go ahead, Colby. And then the next thing we did is we have to have an empty, clean water bottle. So we have one of these larger ones that we're going to use today. And then the first main ingredient is hydrogen peroxide. Now, you can use the stuff that you get at the drugstore, Walgreens, or Rite Aid, but it won't have as big a reaction. You can use this developer instead. I happen to have some because you use it when you do your hair color. So I happen to have some of that. So we're going to use that. So the first thing we need to do is we need to pour some of the hydrogen peroxide down into our bottle. And we made a little funnel. This was a plastic cup, and Miss Tuma didn't have a funnel, so we made one, and we're just pulling it together. We cut it. That's right, Colby. Now we're going to put it down into our bottle. Use this as a funnel so that we can pour our peroxide down into our bottle. About a half cup is what we need to use. So here we go. Let's do that first step. You can see it's kind of creamy. It's going down in there. Colby, you see it going down in? Little at a time. Little at a time. Hope you guys are having a good day today. We're going to we've already exercised and we did some reading. Now we're doing science. You can find this online at Science Bob. He has lots of experiments that you can do with items that you have in your home. Nothing fancy. All right, so we're going to get the rest of that peroxide down into the bottle. Okay. So just wait for the rest of that to get down in there. Okay. And voila. Okay, that part's done. The next thing we need to do is we have 3 tablespoons of warm water in a bowl, separate, and we have active dry yeast. And this is what people use to make bread. So we're going to use a whole packet of that. So I'm going to get my stuff out of the way. And okay, so we need the dry yeast. We're going to cut that open. Colby, you want to cut it open for Mom? And you're going to pour that right down in here. We'll set that to the side for a minute. Are you ready? Ooh, we'll have to clean up a little bit later. All right, go ahead. Can you pour this? You're going to empty the packet down into the bowl. 2 hands.
Of it?
Yep, all of it. Good job. Okay. And we're going to stir it up. Go ahead and stir it up, Cole. So we put the hydrogen peroxide into the bottle, and then we're going to use a few drops while he's letting that sit for about 30 seconds. It needs to be the consistency of like melted ice cubes. So the next thing we want to do is add some food coloring. And we happen to have some of this in here for when we make cookies. So I'm going to put just a few drops down in so that we can see some color when this starts happening. Okay? Ours is like a blue color. So we've got that in the bottle. We're going to mix it up. There we go.
Whoa! It looks like water.
It does. It already had a reaction, didn't it? A little bit, because we see that the color is starting to infuse into the peroxide, right?
And too green.
Okay. Looks greenish blue, like the ocean, right? Which is where we wish we were. Okay, next. The next thing we do is we are going to start our adventure. So what we need to do is we're going to use the funnel to pour the yeast water mix into the bottle and see what kind of chemical reaction will happen. We've put a little piece of cardboard here just in case it overflows, which we're hoping it does because that'll be fun. And so what is going to happen here is it's going to create a reaction. We're expecting a couple things. We're going to make a couple predictions right now. All right? What's your hypothesis? What's your prediction? When we pour this in here, what do you think is going to happen, Colby?
It's gonna explode.
It's going to explode or it's going to get bigger, you think? All right, we'll see. We hope so. All right, and then also, there's going to be another reaction that happens. So we're going to see what that is. All right, are you ready? Here, I'll put this over here. Thank you. All right, you gotta make sure you wash your hands, guys, after you do stuff like this too, to make sure that you're safe. Hope you're washing your hands lots right now. I know we are. We're gonna put our little homemade funnel in there again. Okay, and we are gonna funnel it, this water and yeast mixture, down into our funnel. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Okay. We're watching some things happen. What do you see happening? What are you observing, Colby?
It's getting bigger when the drops go down.
Bigger when the drops go down. Is it growing a little bit inside there?
I see some bubbles.
Maybe we need a little bit more peroxide. Oh, now I see it growing a little bit. What do you see happening? A little bit more peroxide. Maybe I should have used a little bit more of the drugstore peroxide. I see some definite foam and bubbles happening. I want you to feel the bottle, Colby, with your hands at the bottom. Can you put your hands around it? What do you notice about the bottle? What do you notice? Feel it. Does it feel cold or warm?
Warm and cold. On the bottom it's cold.
On the very bottom it's cold, but up here where the reaction's taking place, it's warm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's an exothermic reaction happening too. Not only is it creating the bubbles and the foam, but it's also creating a warmth inside the bottle from the reaction happening. All right. What do you think? A little more of... I'll let you pour. We use hydrogen peroxide for cleaning lots of stuff. You don't want to pour?
No. Because I swear I'm going to break it.
You think you're going to break it? All right. Mom will do it.
Because that's...
Here we go. A little bit more.
I'm the new guy and that's going to be heavy.
It's rising and rising. So we notice that as we add a little bit more peroxide, the yeast is activating a little bit more. Woo! It's getting bigger.
A little bit more.
A little bit more? Okay. Like I said, we got this on Science Bob, so you guys can find lots of fun experiments to do there. We're going to do another one next week for you on Thursday Science Day. Well, I'm going to pull this puppy out of here, and what do we see happening? What's going on, Colby?
It's exploding.
It's making a big... Don't put your face too much in it. It is. Whoa. So, what kind of observations can we make? What does it look like? What colors do we see?
It's a bubble. And
Lots of foam, lots of bubbles. I see lots of blue inside the bottle, but the stuff that's coming out the top is more white, isn't it? Yes. Pretty cool. All right. I wonder how much it's going to go. Ooh, now feel the bottle. Now feel the bottle. What do you feel?
up here is warm and
Feels
way
warm, doesn't it? It feels very warm. All right. Woo! Don't put your fingers in it. It will irritate your skin a little bit. So all of those foam bubbles, they hold oxygen inside of them. And that's what's causing it to kind of come out the roof of the bottle. And remember, there's an exothermic reaction happening too because it's creating heat along with the bubbles. So it's becoming warm. So cool. So I don't know if you guys want to try this at home, but you need peroxide, you need dry yeast. So if Mom makes bread, you can get these this is from Kroger. And you need food coloring, and you need warm water. And that's really it. So there it is, your science demonstration for the day. Hey, I hope you guys are reading. We're going to read some stuff about science today. We read about the moon this morning, didn't we? We learned some things about the moon and astronauts. And so happy reading. Hope you're having a good day. We miss you guys. And I'll probably put another video on next week on Monday. We're going to take the weekend off just to do some family things. Okay. Have a great weekend, everybody. Say goodbye, Colby. Say goodbye to everybody. Bye-bye.